Hey YouTube, hey Jucci Nation. Welcome to Juicy Talk with Juicy Red. Yes, your girl has entered into the podcast world. Yay! But first, before we even talk about what this is about, let me introduce my co-host. Well, I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Chris Jackson.
Y'all already know. See, Chris Jackson doing the most, okay? But anyway, this podcast, we're going to be talking about celebrity drama. We're going to be talking about real life situations. We're going to react to videos. We're going to have some fun and we're going to get into it, okay? So, y'all know how I can talk. So, before I start running my mouth, let's get right and jump into what we're going to be talking about today. Guys, so the first thing we're going to talk about is world news. All right, so I would really hate to be working in the fire department, working as a nurse, or even working for United Airlines. And why I say that is, they are really about to start being very serious about this COVID vaccine. In New York, Governor Kathy has signed an executive order for all nurses, all fire departments to immediately get the vaccine. They had a deadline to meet. If you haven't met the deadline, you are going to be fired. And I feel like, that's hard because all of them are heroes. They were heroes last year. They were heroes so far this year. And they are making a mandate in New York. And also United Airlines everywhere are also doing the same thing. So if staff have not been vaccinated with both vaccine shots, you will be fired. And Governor Kathy's even taken to the point of hiring. She said she don't care. She will have National Guards fill in for nurses, fire departments. She also will rehire retired doctors, retired nurses to fill in for staff that's missing that don't want to follow the mandates. So what do you feel about that?
Well, in a way of saying, I'm kind of neutral on it, but at the same time, I understand why they're doing this thing.
Mm-hmm.
I do understand that. But just because you take these vaccines does not mean you won't catch the virus.
That's true.
It might be a lower case of you catching it, but it still don't mean you can't catch it and you can't spread it.
Correct.
Okay, now there's so many different topics you can hit with this. Okay, as a company, it is their right to say, if you don't do this or do that, I don't need to hire you or I can't fire you.
Mm-hmm.
That is their right. True indeed.
Okay.
But it's a thing to where everybody should have the option on whether they want to or not. And I do understand
Good
a lot
point.
of people are going to say that, if you want to be safe and keep other people safe, that you should take it. But everybody's body is different.
Correct.
Some people, their bodies does not react the same as somebody else. There's been people who has taken these vaccines and it has messed them up.
That is true.
I'm not saying not to. I'm not saying go do it. But I know, like a lot of people, they like natural remedies.
Mm-hmm.
Some people stay healthy all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on how you treat your body.
That's true.
But you can't tell certain people they have to do that to their body.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, again, when it comes to a company, either you get with it or you get away from it. So really, that's an up and down thing.
Well,
and it's kind of hard to work with. But, that's kind of how this world is going right now anyway.
Well, here's what my take on it. I agree with him. It is a 50-50 thing for me as well. I understand and I respect if they feel like this vaccine will lower the rate of people getting sickly, deadly with it. But I just don't understand that we have actual facts that if you get the vaccine, you're still going to get COVID. They're saying once you get the injection, the symptoms are not going to be worse, but that doesn't mean that you won't get it. I understand them also saving people's lives. I get in healthcare. I get when you're around firefighters, you have to grab people, be in their faces. You have to save lives. And so they're looking at like, if you're going to save a life, then add this vaccine onto saving his life. But again, like he said, it takes away your freedom. It takes away your right to say yes or no. And this is what United States is supposed to be about. of us giving free choice and free decision, and that takes it away. And so I'm 50-50 with it. I feel like, yes, do as much as you can to save lives, but at the same time, what happened to us having freedom? And I don't like the fact that it's not enough research on the shots or whatever injection. But however, they say it's been a year long. There's not that many cases of things happening, going wrong with it, so again, they're saying it's safe.
And I like to piggyback on that right there, what you just now said. They've only had 1 year of research. Well, that's just like now I'm not comparing this, but at the same time, this is something that needs to be thought about as well. It's about like the pesticides. It took over 10 years before they found out it was giving people cancer.
Correct.
So I don't feel like it's enough research, but at the same time, like I said, I'm not saying do not get the vaccine. I'm not saying that. But at the same time, what do we really know is going to happen in 5-10 years from now? The people who have taken the vaccine. But at the same time, it's about like a booster shot as well, because the booster shot, we all get it when we were younger.
Yeah.
To help us stay healthy. So we really don't know.
Well, here's the thing. I do know I worked in the nursing field since 2003. I've been in and out of it. Yeah, I thought about going back to it recently just because I know it's a shortage. I'm actually a clinical medical assistant. And I know if I go back, some doctor's offices have made the same decision. I don't want you around me. They even kicked out patients because if you don't have the shot, it's over for you. And it's kind of scary because you're losing your option of saying yes or no. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I get it. We want to save. And I give shots out to all those nurses and fire department people and United Airlines people that risk their lives for us, that you have to be fired because you have to do what they want. I pray that you find other work that will meet your expectations of income. Mm-hmm. And that's all I can say.
And again, we are neutral in this situation.
Yes. So please don't think that we're taking sides, because both sides make sense. Mm-hmm.
But with that being said, like I said, some people's bodies will not take to certain medicines, certain vaccinations. So if somebody was to take this vaccination and they went down real bad, health-wise, because of the vaccination, what is going to happen for them? How are they going to be reimbursed?
The thing with the vaccination, and we're gonna sum this up real quick and be done with it. The thing with the vaccination is they're saying in women it stops birth from happening. That's proven for women to have issues with the shot. Mm-hmm. But what they're looking at, like, well, what is the risk? You not having a baby or the world being saved from COVID? Hey, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. I don't know. But I'm just telling you what both sides are saying. Mm-hmm. And I understand both sides. So, again, we're neutral on this. And we're going to move right along with the next subject. Okay, guys. So now in this portion, we're going to be moving on to the celebrity portion. Oh, my God. It has been so much going on in the news with these celebrities. I'm telling you, I could not write down everything in this segment because we'll be here all day. And I know y'all got stuff to do. But anyway, let's move on to the first celebrity. All right. So Kodak Black is reportedly ordered treatment after violating release of terms by failing his drug test. Okay. So that's crazy. I mean, after he has gotten pardoned by President Trump last year, he shortened his term sentence and let him out early. You would think that he would not take chances on getting in trouble again. But I can say they took it easy on him. They just said do treatment and be done with it. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, man, there's a lot of, not just celebrities, but a lot of celebrities that sometimes they just don't learn like that. Mm-hmm. And, sometimes they have to be punished for what they do wrong. I mean, he knew what he was supposed to be up against. I mean, he should have did right. Now, one thing I will say about Kodak Black, I like the fact that in Florida, he was giving out AC units to people down that way, and it was a heat flash. Mm-hmm. It was a heat wave, and they tried to tell him that he shouldn't be doing that.
That is bananas.
And I mean, I'm not a follower of Kodak Black. No offense to him or nothing.
I am. Kodak.
But at the same time, that was something that he was doing good. And I give props when props is due. He did a good thing there And they try to shut that down.
He seems like an all around good person. I've seen him talk to just regular smuggler people and give them hugs and chill with them and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I like some of his stuff. You know, I'm a little fan of Kodak or whatever. But however, you know, the goodness in you doesn't dispute the right to you trying to do the right thing. And I don't know what people are going through. Sometimes people do drugs because they're going through so much, and they just don't know how to say it. And when you're a celebrity, you have so many people. With my little, you know, situation, you got people that look up to you, and it's a lot on your shoulders. So you don't know why he did what he did. Hopefully, he can get treatment and get better.
Yeah, and that's the thing. A lot of people sometimes they just need help.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, and maybe the treatment might make them feel better. So everything happens for a reason. Kodak, I hope you get better. All right, moving on with the next subject. Now, this girl, she is kind of new to the music industry. Her name is young Baby Tate. Okay, she's on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. She's one of the new cast members. And the other day, she was doing a concert. And a fan went up under the post and said that she could stand to lose 10 pounds. Let's take a look at the clip. I might be crazy, but at least I'm authentic. All right, guys, so y'all see the clip. She's dancing. She barely has any clothes on. I think she looks sexy. I think she really looks really good in her clothes. But she has a little pudge. I mean, her little stomach is showing as she's dancing. And these fans is getting on her, telling her that she needs to be skinty and have abs. So what do you think about that?
Well, it sounds like to me they're body shaming. And that's a big problem. I don't care if you got the best body on the planet. Somebody's going to see something wrong with you. So don't sit there and talk about somebody else. Correct. Everybody got their flaws. So you can talk about this and that about somebody else. Look at yourself. Look in the mirror. Now, not just your body. Not just your body. Look at your mind and your soul.
And
look at your heart.
Correct.
Look at your heart.
Correct.
Because everybody got a flaw.
Correct. I agree with you. That's a good point. I'm glad you brought that up. People need to stop being mean and rude because, honey, the thing we need the most is everybody loving themselves in your own skin. Not everybody got money to fix their flaws, and then when you fix it, what about the inside? It's still not fixed. So obviously the person that said something, girl, your inside's ugly. Yeah. You need to stop being mean and rude. That girl got up on stage and she rode it and she rode it and she rode it for the public to be entertained. And here you is hating. She loving herself for who she is. She ain't gonna get no BBL, whatever. She just got $1 million contract, so if she want to get one, she could, but she's being natural, and we need more of that in Hollywood and with these celebrities. We need them to love themselves. So don't do that. Please stop body shaming, especially the celebrities, because we want some natural bodies left in this world. Okay. So let's move right on to the next subject. Now, this one right here is crazy to me. Bill Cosby spokesman Andrew Nayett, according to TMZ, he says, well, let me say this before I even say what Bill Cosby said. I don't know if you guys know that actually R. Kelly has finally got convicted of all charges.
I heard it.
He got convicted of 9 federal counts of sex crimes, racketeering, kidnapping, human trafficking, and obstruction of justice. Okay, but Bill Cosby is actually coming to his defense and saying that he has a good shot at overturning his conviction appeal, and said that it is sad that all these women are coming at R. Kelly and that he needs to get it overturned so he can get out. Well, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, honestly, my thing is this. If it is true of his convictions, he needs to do the time. No doubt. No doubt. And don't get it mixed up with his music compared to the person he is. Now, if he's actually innocent, yes, go for getting it overturned. But if he's not, y'all know he even did half of that. He needs to do the time. That's just it. Now, when it comes to Bill Cosby, I don't know if he did what he did, but really, he shouldn't have no weigh in on this right now. If you ask me, his best bet is to stay out of that equation. But like I said, if they did the crime, they need to do the time.
Correct. I agree with what he's saying. I feel like Bill Cosby, homie, the Jello pudding pop. You just got out, homie. Lord, you was about to spend your whole life in there. You just got out, and the first thing you're gonna do is take up for somebody that is in jail for allegedly for sex trafficking and all that. Okay, we done seen documents, a documentary of all these girls that's being hurt and all this and all that. And the first thing you do is take up for him.
Come to his aid.
It's not looking too good, Bill. Stay out of it. Stay out of it. This not your lane. Okay? So I feel like he should stay out of it. Also with the whole thing with R. Kelly. Come on, man.
Also, did you see that Boondocks episode with R. Kelly in it?
No.
Oh, where he was in court and everything, and the lawyer like, this is all you need to hear. Play his music. Everybody jamming to it. Everybody outside jamming to it. That actually happened. At his court, people was outside playing his music, supporting him. Now, like I said, if he's innocent, of course, get it overturned. But if he's been found guilty.
He's not innocent. He is convicted. They had evidence.
So if he's been found guilty, separate the music from the man.
Because that's the problem. People are, for years, I had a hard time with trying to separate myself from his music.
I mean, I love his music.
I no longer play it because I'm more loyal to females not being treated this way. It do hurt not having his music because that was, honey, you know how much impact he had in our life when we were younger and now we older? Yeah. You know how many kids been made off his music? Okay, so the camera went out on us, so we had to switch cameras. But that's how it is when you're trying to do something for the first time. But the show must go on, correct? Right. So like we were saying with R. Kelly, it's hard to separate the man from the music, but you must in this situation. You must. If he is supposed to be overturning this thing or whatever, he got to have the evidence. But for now, stay your ass in there. And I still love you too, but stay your ass up in there. Keep the world safe from the young girl safe from him. Okay, but that is going to be all for us today. I hope you guys enjoyed all the juicy information that we gave you, honey, and I hope you may feel the way we feel. Nevertheless, we're going to end it with everything, and I want you guys to like, please subscribe, leave us a comment, let us know what you think. Do you agree with us on what we said, or do you not? We can talk about this, okay? But other than that, we love you guys, and y'all have a blessed afternoon. Peace.